English translation 83rd contact. Saturday, 10th September 1977, 1953 HRs.
You were very impatient with your calling. Do you have such important things?
I have. Just listen carefully. For 3 days I tried to get to Mr. Glanzmann at about 2 o'clock in the morning to find out what it was all about and why he was so out of line and destroyed his contact. I also succeeded very well in my attempt, at least until I was in his immediate vicinity. But if I say this immediately, it does not mean that I was able to penetrate to his aura, which I strangely did not see as blue radiation, but as violet radiation, which shimmered somewhat blurred through an enormous force field, which I was not able to analyze. Nevertheless, I then tried to penetrate this force field, or to break through it in order to reach the aura currents, after which I could then have drawn up an analysis from it, in order to fathom the state of things in the form of a force intensity analysis, in order then perhaps also to fetch a memory substitute from Mr. Glanzmann's subconscious, which could certainly have provided me with information about what had happened with regard to the break-off of contact. However, all this failed me thoroughly, because with the penetration attempt into the force field unknown to me, I collided with such a strong resistance block that I was thrown away and lost consciousness for seconds. When I came back to myself, I felt something inside me that threatened to tear me apart. It was lying somewhere in my chest, somewhere in the emotional center, and it hurt like hell. It was strange for me, because in this strong mass, everything was unknown to me, and only the feeling of being torn apart from the inside made me almost lose my senses again. I had to fight for about 15 minutes to free myself from this tremendous power, which somehow tried to kill me, it seemed to me. After that, I could not fall asleep again, because something kept trying to penetrate me anew. So I woke up my wife, who then gave me the light that would illuminate the room all night long. Only then could I breathe freely again, and the vicious tearing in my chest slowly subsided. Well, I was like slain after all, and something seemed to weigh heavily on me, almost like a lead depression. In order to get to the bottom of these strange things, I tried again in the following 2 nights, but with the same outcome. Only this time I was prepared for it, so I could avoid the senselessness and defend myself against it from the very beginning. But I did not reach any goal with it, because I was neither able to break through the enormous force field, nor to analyze it.
When was that?
I made the first attempt in the night from Wednesday the 7th of September to Thursday the 8th of September in the morning at 2 o'clock. The second attempt was in the night from the 8th to the 9th, and the last attempt was from yesterday to today.
And in what form did you make the attempt?
In the form of a radiating space jump.
Are you sure about that?
But of course, because I wanted to avoid being located in the starting point, because somehow I just had an insecure feeling that warned me of an imminent danger. That is why I did a space jump, which I sheathed in 2 wrong coordinates.
And what were those?
One was New Delhi and the other was Rangoon.
That is very good. So it should be impossible to determine your position if you have also set these coordinates in jumps.
I did.
Sure, you were careful enough. I will take care of these matters and bring you the necessary explanations by Sunday evening at the latest, when I can analyze the events. But it seems very puzzling to me which processes are involved, because such strong forms of power are extremely rare. It can only be a matter of high concentration.
Thus it is agglomerations. That is what I thought, because it seems to me extremely doubtful that Mr. Glanzmann is able to generate such powers himself.
Sure, but his subconscious is absolutely capable of mobilizing such powers and retrieving them somewhere in the collective we subconscious, perhaps because it has located a danger somewhere.
Do you mean that it was able to analyze the coordinates of my ego?
No, because when you did not interrupt your self-generated blockade, it would not be possible.
You mean the blockade you complained about a little more than a year ago when I created it?
Sure.
No, it is the same as before, and I did not interrupt it in any form.
That is what I thought. You are very careful.
Various events since our acquaintance have taught me this.
That is a good thing. But now I want to go and devote myself to these strange matters. In the meantime, let go of your attempts and do not bother any further about these concerns. If possible, I will give you clarification as soon as possible. Farewell and goodbye.
Wait, I have got something else here, which is about the schedule. With Margaret, it is not possible to set it up, so you should make a change. Look here, I have a provisional list here made to 4 weeks, exactly according to your time calculations. Now it would be good if Margaret was given time on Friday and Saturday on the first weekend of the month. Is that possible?
Give me this list once.
There.
Thank you. Allow me a moment to contemplate and work. I will briefly add new dates to the list.
Thank you.
So I am ready. Here you have the records. But now I have to go.
Just a quick question. When are you going to give me the rest of the time list? I mean, for those people you have not mentioned yet.
In 10 days at the latest, but maybe next week. Anyway, as soon as I have worked out the time calculations. But now I really have to go. Share to all my very dear and connected greetings, and now goodbye, dear friend. Be very careful and follow my advice not to take any further action in the matters discussed for the time being.
Of course, dear girl. Thank you very much, and also best greetings to yours. Take care.